Good morning, Ekale Ekason, from wherever you are watching me from. And here is the normal basic pattern that I'm going to be using for this. And on the waistline area, I'm going to come in by 0.5 of an inch. Just like we know that the normal anatomy of our back, like the structure of our back, is not straight. So we are just going to do all of this to create an effect that is going to imitate what our back looks like. So on the marked area on the waistline, I am just going to connect it towards the shoulder part of my dress, and I'll connect that point downward to the wherever the length, whether it's your top or your blouse, wherever it is, I'm going to connect it to that area also. And I'll just label that as the number one trick that we're playing on the back of the dress to imitate the normal structure of our back. Then at the waist area, I'm going to go up by 0.5 inch and go down also by 0.5 inch. So on the pattern, I'm going to locate my nipple to nipple distance, which is 4 inches. So with the aid of my area, I'm just going to connect the two marked points to my bust points. My nipple to nipple distance, which is 4 inch. I'm just going to connect the two together like you see me doing. I'm just going to use the paper tape to hold it down. And here, that's how I labeled it too, because that's the second trick that is actually going to help us to lay the pattern or the dress perfectly on our back. So I'm just going to fold that part. You can decide to cut it out, but I'm going to fold that part. I'm going to fold that part and overlap it on each other. And I'm going to use my marker to trace the line back into each other. As we can see that they are no more aligning, so I'm going to make sure that the two lines align perfectly the way they should be. So this is me here. I'm trying to mark out my nipple to nipple distance across all the vertical measurements, so that I can actually put in my dart. And so here I am going to connect all the dots together with a straight line. I'm going to connect all of the dots together with a straight line. Then on the waistline area, we are going to, on each side, I'm going to go in by 0.5 of an inch. So I'll just connect from that point, which is the bust point, to the point where we have 0.5 inch, and I'm just going to connect from that point also towards the end of the blouse. So the last thing that I'll be doing is imputing my normal body measurements into the pattern. After inputting the measurement, I'm going to work on the zipper part. You can see that our zip is still straight, so I'm just going to follow the already, like you can see me cancelling out the initial lines that we have. So I'm just going to follow the structured one, the one that we have. I'm going to follow the structured one. Yes, like so. Like, it's just by looking at it you understand what I'm trying to say. So here I'm ruling out the areas that we won't be needing, because the part that I crossed, that are the parts that are not needed on our pattern, so as not to get you guys confused. So that is the part that I'll be cutting out. The shaded part is the part that I'll be cutting out. The one that has cross on it is the initial center back that we add before the effect. So the next thing that I'll be doing now is to cut out the pattern. So just look at what I'm doing. You can see that I'm cutting out the shaded parts. Those are the part that is not needed on the pattern, so we have to get rid of them. That the part that is giving us all those bulge effects on our back area.